On to our top focus story this afternoon. The selectors and top BCCI officials have arrived at the BCCI headquarters in Mumbai to pick a 30 probables list for the 2015 Cricket World Cup to be held in Australia and New Zealand. The member of the 5-member selection panel headed by Sandeep Patil is scheduled to start shortly. As we approach the World Cup, the selectors will have an added responsibility to ensure that the right players are selected for the World Cup, as India will be going to the tournament as the defending champions. India, who won the 2011 World Cup at home, will now be playing in hostile conditions in Australia and in New Zealand, and the selectors will be looking to shortlist a mix of players who have played in the bowler-friendly conditions of Australia and New Zealand.
हर एक प्लेयर क्रिकेट जो खेलता है वो वर्ल्ड कप खेलना चाहता है अपनी कंट्री के लिए, तो मेरा भी अभी भी वही ड्रीम है कि होप मैं भी ये वर्ल्ड कप खेलूं.
My colleague Rasesh Mandani now joins me live from the BCCI headquarters in Mumbai. Rasesh, you've been tracking developments on this story very closely, and there are currently a lot of proven performers who are not necessarily in top form. This meeting and this crucial list that's likely to be out anytime now is going to be more about who doesn't make it to the list than about those who make it to the list.
Yes, you're right, and I think that's because this is a list of 30. As you mentioned, this list is going to be pruned down to a list of 15, which will eventually go to Australia. The World Cup is still 2 months away. This is more for logistical reasons that various teams are expected to send down their probable list of 30, and of course in the final selection, people could be picked outside the probable list as well. Right? I think that's besides the point. I think the talking point is that the team that won India the World Cup in 2011 after such a long gap, and the current one-day team that India represents India has changed so dramatically. There's no Virender Sehwag, Gautam Gambhir, Zaheer Khan, Harbhajan Singh, Ashish Nehra, who played in that World Cup, Yuvraj Singh. Almost all of these players have been missing for the past year or plus in the one-day team and even in the test match team as well. And I think that's in many ways the story, that the much younger Indian team has performed consistently. The Indian one-day team has performed a lot better than even the test team, even overseas. And I think that is something that's going to reflect perhaps in the final 11. In this probable list, will some of them make it? Possibly, yes. Generally, the selectors look to pick up 1 or 2 senior players, even if they are out of form, just to see if they, this sort of helps them to lift their form in the month's time in domestic cricket and provide them with an additional option. That's something that one might see, and I think in that sense, probably someone like Yuvraj Singh, being his match-winning credentials, might still make it through. But for the likes of Zaheer Khan, Irfan Pathan, for example, they're not just out of form, also unfit and unlikely to make the cut.
Right. Rasesh, also, at this point in time, like you've been pointing out, it is perhaps a little more critical for the seniors in the team than it is for the newbies at this point in time. It's almost like a struggle for survival and a struggle for relevance.
Yes, I think if this lot which played in the 2011 World Cup and the ones that we've been discussing don't make it in the final 13, then perhaps there would be question mark if their careers are all but over.
Right.
And but the selectors are expected to pick the best team going ahead. And then a lot of the players who made it, the likes of their Sehwag and Gambhir are missing out, is because the likes of Rohit Sharma, Ajinkya Rahane, Shikhar Dhawan and come in and made runs in their places. Even for someone like Yuvraj Singh, Suresh Raina sort of emerged as a new match-winning option. So there have been replacements, and these replacements have been doing well. So in many ways, some of these younger players are not just youngsters anymore. They have also sort of taken the task of having a fair bit of experience, and they'll be expected to carry the onus forward in 2015 World Cup.
Well, absolutely. All eyes on that crucial list of 32 months before the 2015 Cricket World Cup in fact kicks off. Rasesh Mandani is outside the BCCI headquarters and is going to continue to bring us